gonna hit record. All right, we're recording. So the first thing, I actually jotted down some notes before we started because I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything. So conference, as you know, was this weekend. I was there Thursday, I was there all day Friday, and then all day Saturday. So it was a pretty huge event. It's our event that takes place every single year in February. It's our largest event that we have. And then we have Green Carpet, which is like our mid-year event, which typically takes place in July. But the end of this year, it's going to be taking place in September. So if you have not yet already downloaded the It Works Connect app, if you go to your Play Store and type in It Works Connect, that is our new app. So it used to be called It Works Office, and now it's called Connect. So they updated that, and I'm going to be honest, like I am not techie on it just yet. I mean, there's ways you can put in your contacts, your loyal customers, your distributors, and have the entire, your entire network of people in there. And it only takes like one message to send to everybody. So I have to look at the YouTube training on that. I'm not exactly techie on that just yet, but the Connect app is where a lot of our events are posted. So if you go to the Connect app and you go to those like lines there's like 3 lines in the corner, and it'll show you like tips on social media, how to submit before and after photos, and then it'll say events, and it'll give you different events. Now, those are the 2 big events, annual conference and Green Carpet. But the company also does like little mini events, which are called Have You Tried It events. And those are a lot smaller. And a lot of those you can even bring your potentials to. And they're actually free for potentials. I think it's only like 10 or 15 bucks for us. And you can bring as many potentials as you want, and it's typically free for them. So that's definitely, if you have not downloaded the Connect app, definitely do that and get to an event. I can't tell you like the energy, and you may have even seen it from my videos and even just us when we went live, the energy, like the excitement, like it just literally runs through your veins. I can't describe just what it's like to be in a room like that, just with other people that are kind of aiming for the same goal as you are. Maybe not financial, but you're in with us for a reason, right? And we'll talk about that in a second. But then hearing stories, I turned to the girl that was sitting next to me, who's not even on our team, but she met somebody on our team through another event. And her and I just clicked instantly. And she was next to me at the conference. And there's this one girl who, every time I hear her story, I swear, like I get goosebumps. The girl is like in her early 20s. She's married. She has 2 kids, and she has a 3rd one on the way. And she's a recovering heroin addict.
No way.
Yes. And if you ever hear her story, her name is Courtney Sharp. If you ever hear her story, I say her name, and like right now I have goosebumps. Like hearing her story, and she's not quiet about it. Like she shares her story. She's like, look, everybody has their struggles. I was a recovering heroin addict. My husband was in prison. My husband's a recovering heroin addict. They met each other, I think, in jail. And she's been in rehab. I mean, the story is just unbelievable. And now she's a top 150 income earner, and she's been clean, I think, for a couple of years. So, and it's funny because her aunt started this business, brought her in with her, and now she is above the aunt because she's made, more money. So that just goes to show you, like anybody even says like, oh, you're a pyramid scheme. No, because I can enroll somebody that can completely surpass me in rank and make more money. So anyway, but just hearing those stories, hearing the stories of, like I was saying to you, about rainbow babies. And this one woman, she got up there with her husband, and she was a top 150 income earner. And she talked about, the fact that she couldn't have, she didn't think that she could have children. And then eventually when she thought she could, but then she got older, and she started to do fertility treatments, they spent $100,000 all paid for by this company. And
Wow.
they had a baby, and now they have a second one on the way. So it's
That's
just
awesome.
like, it's just the stories of, of overcoming something, whether it be fear, shyness, anxiety, depression.
Right.
Last year, a girl got on stage. I'm like, this freaking girl is nuts. Like, I have, like, next time I complain about something, somebody better strike me with something, because if this person can do it, I can. Last year, she
Right.
was at that conference, and she promoted, like 3 times promoted, from double diamond, I think, to presidential, while she was in the hospital undergoing treatment for cancer with a feeding tube in her mouth.
Oh my
I mean, it's
gosh.
insane. So the story, it's just, when it's like, when you surround yourself with negative people and all you feel is like just bummed out, like you hate the world, you find yourself complaining about everything. It's the
Yep.
same when you get to an event, but the reverse, because
Yeah.
everybody is just, so positive and has their own stories. And it just makes you feel more confident. Like, okay, if they could do that,
Right.
they're no different than me. I can definitely do this. So
Right.
that's what downloading the Connect app, because it's going to connect you to those events that are in your area if you cannot get to one, that takes place in Florida. The
Gotcha.
second thing that's really important that I tell everybody, so if you're a newbie and watching this video, or you're an OG and you have not done this yet, the most important thing that you need to do is you need to find a why. A why is not just because I want to make more money. What is
Right.
that money going to do? I want you to write it down, put it on your fridge, put it on a mirror in your bedroom, put it somewhere where you're always going to look at it at least once or twice a day. And anytime you feel like giving up, look at that why and remember why you started. Because most people that I see quit and give up in this business, instead of using their why as their reason to continue, they use
Right.
their why as their excuse to give up.
Right. Right.
Well, I want this because I want it for my kids and I want to provide them for a better life. I'm quitting because I'm not spending enough time with them.
Right.
But you just told me you were doing it for your kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that why and your why doesn't have to look like everybody. You're a teacher. Other people that are going to watch this also have other careers. I have a lot of distributors on my team that work other jobs. I worked another job for several years. Not everybody's dream is to give up their passion to pursue this, but that's the beauty of it, is it doesn't have to be that. This can be your extra, or you can go all the way to Ambassador Diamond and still keep your full-time job. People have done that. There's top 10 income earners that didn't retire their husbands. Sherry Lynn Alcala, I think she's like a top 25 income earner. The girl like does extremely well in this business. Her husband loves corporate America. I think he's in the insurance or finance industry. He loves corporate America. He'll never leave. She hasn't retired him, and they have made more than enough to retire him. But he loves what he does, and you don't have to necessarily do that. So always remember your why, and that your why doesn't have to be everybody else's. I struggled with that when I first started, because I would go to events and I'm like, here's this one talking about because I wanted to stay home with my baby. Here's this one because I wanted to retire my husband. Here's this one because I wanted to do that. That wasn't me. And I almost kept trying to like find, okay, well, what is it? So I could be a stay-at-home cat mom? Like, what's my why? Do you know what I mean? And until I found that, that's when I found my purpose. So I can't tell you how important it is to find that why and to recognize it as soon as possible, because that's going to make you run and just be more successful than anything. So from conference, there were so many exciting things that happened. We launched 3 new products. If you haven't seen already, we launched the keto coffee salted caramel flavored pods. and they're going to be shipping out, I think, on February 11th. But let people know you're taking pre-orders. Don't let it be like Thermofite X, where, you know, I had customers that wanted to wait, and I'm like, look, that's totally your decision, but if you're going to wait, chances are that second inventory is going to go out of stock and you won't get it for a while. And that's exactly what happened. So I started getting them in and kind of getting in line. So do the same thing with these 3 products, because we don't know what's going to happen with them. So salted caramel keto coffee pods is the first product. We launched Hydrate, which is like an electrolyte powder that you mix with water. It's equivalent to getting your 8 glasses of water daily. It's got tons of electrolytes, helps with your insides, helps with a hangover. And then we also launched my favorite anticipation. I almost pee my pants when they announced chocolate greens on the go. I mean, I think I might have made them go out of stock myself. I'm super excited about them. So those are the 3 new products. And if we aren't already in a lot of countries, 23, I think now to be exact, we launched Korea and Japan last year. And now we launched Mexico and the Philippines. Now, we're not there yet. They're launching second quarter, but you can pre-enroll distributors from those countries. And the simple way to do that is you do your website, right? So my website, for example, is donnamarie.itworks.com. So my international would be donnamarie.itworks.com/expansion.
Oh,
so that's the website. I have somebody today that I've been talking to on Instagram, and I just sent her a little while ago the steps to join and get started. I don't know if they'll show in your eSuite, but they won't be able to start really doing anything with the business until we actually launch there. But at least get in there and at least pre-enroll, so that once we do launch, you know, they can almost kind of have a network of people to already start. So that's that. Again, the new compensation plan. So the new compensation plan, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see, where is Facebook? Let's see. That's not it. Okay, here is Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, in the Easy Way team page, if you go to files, I uploaded our new compensation plan. So take a look at that, because there are some things that are really important in there that changed. Again, they changed it so that we could promote quicker and make more money faster. I mean, what company do you know of? I've been working corporate America for 20 years, and I never had a company say, hey, we're going to actually rearrange our pay structure so that you can actually promote faster and make a hell of a lot more money. I mean, it's unheard of. So definitely look at the compensation plan. And then they also changed our charts. So executive is still that first promotion where you have 2 distributors underneath you, each with 400 in group volume, okay? But the Ruby chart and above completely changed. So I'm going to open the Ruby chart. I think I actually have it here. I'm not even going to show you what the old Ruby chart looked like. It's in eSuite if you want to see it. But this is the new Ruby chart. So the old Ruby chart, you needed 2 qualified legs, 1 and 2, and then this person was an executive, which meant 2 distributors under them. So you needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to promote to Ruby. Of course, each leg being a qualified leg. Now you only need 3 distributors, so you do not need an executive. The difference being, in addition to just now having 3, each box needs to have a minimum of 400 in group volume. So group volume is their auto ship, their personal orders, and any orders underneath them that basically roll to the top. Just look at it that way. Your P is your personal volume. Your G is your group. So each of these boxes has to have a minimum of 400 in group volume. But you do not promote to Ruby unless you have 2,000 in group volume. In other words, this being 400, this one and this one being 400 only equals 1,200. So you've got to have something like 400, 600, and then 1,000. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you always want to make sure that you here as the Ruby, in order to promote, you need 4 enrolled customers, personally enrolled LCs, you need 4. And then after that, you can start moving people to those other distributors. And you also need to be commission qualified, i.e. running an 80 BV auto ship. $80 to me is worth it to promote to Ruby and make an average of $500 monthly. It just is. That's just how I think. I would never in a million years, in 3 years, I've never turned off my auto ship. And I started this business with $8,000 in credit card debt. I've never once turned it off because I never once wanted to rely on struggling to get customers to be in that 150 personal volume. And God forbid somebody returns something or a credit card declines and I fall short. And not only do I not promote, but I miss a bonus and I miss my entire paycheck. So to me, that 80 BV auto ship is like a safety net. Okay. So this is now how you can get to Ruby. Same thing with Emerald, Diamond, Double, Triple, Presidential, Ambassador. All of the charts changed starting from Ruby up. Okay. Next thing is, let's see. Okay, so we showed the examples. Okay, so whether you're a newbie or not, now in order to qualify for any of those rank up bonuses, diamond and above, they started, I think, from 10,000 and then they go 20,000 and then 25,000 for then each above. So it's 100,000 in total bonuses across all of those total diamond and above ranks. In order to get those bonuses and qualify to reach diamond, you have to have 4 customers that you personally enrolled this year, and they have to equal 150 in volume. I just emailed support. I only have 30 in volume for this year, for 2019, because all of the other personally enrolled customers, I think I enrolled 9 last month, I moved them so I can get fast start bonuses. Okay. So, but you want to make sure, move those around, get your volume, and then worry about your 150. Worry about your chart first, where you're going to qualify, and then worry about that 150 and keeping the 4 customers or not, meaning going forward. The 4 that you've already enrolled, if you've already enrolled 4, you've got them, they're solid, they qualify. But if you're new on this and watching and you have not enrolled 4 customers, you want to enroll your 4 customers. Plus, if you're new and you signed within 30 days, if you get 4 customers in your first 30 days, you're going to get a $100 shopping spree to use on apparel, gear, business tools, and then also different products that you might want to try. Always make sure, I think, that your eSuite is running every single month. I think it's super important. It's like if you were running a business like any other traditional business, a restaurant, you were running a gym or any business, and you didn't have, what did they have like back in the day, like QuickBooks or something, something to kind of keep track of their overhead and their expenses. That's kind of sort of like what eSuite is. If you don't have eSuite running, you have no clue what's happening in your business. Zero. And I think for $20 a month, you can sell a wrap a month for $25 and it cover your eSuite. You want to make this a business and earn $500 a month minimum, you've got to be running an 80 BV auto ship and you've got to be running eSuite. So that's my recommendation there. Now more than ever, especially that it's easier to promote, easier to make money. Not that it wasn't easy before, but it's easier now. Okay, so now more than ever, we want to make sure that we are consistent in our posting. So I actually pulled up This is my Facebook page. Okay. Now, because we have, okay, I was going to say, where the heck am I? Hold on 1 minute. Share. I always forget to share screen. That's not the right one. Share, Zoom. Here we go. Okay. So because we have this $20 promotion going on my page, I'm going to be, announcing stuff, whether, somebody's welcome to the team, somebody's boxed for a promotion or anything like that. I want now more than ever people to see a lot of the business and a lot of the excitement, okay? But at the same time, if you scroll through my Facebook page, you will see several things. One, you will see that I am sharing me, I'm sharing my life, and I'm also sharing it works. You'll also see excitement, you'll see passion, but what you will not see is an advertisement. You won't see me complaining. You won't see me being negative Nancy. Nobody wants to be a part of somebody's team who's complaining that they have no money, they're complaining about life. They want to be able to remember your Facebook and your Instagram is like your store window, right? I used to work in retail. I worked in retail for several years. And one of the biggest things that I always found was a lot of times we got so much traffic in our store when our mannequins had something fresh, something like bright, something that we thought customers would love in the window, because they didn't know what was in the store until they walked in the store. But in order to walk in the store, you need something up front to attract you. It's kind of the same thing with your social media profiles. So if you scroll through my page, you'll see, notice I don't have anything It Works in my bio. If you have that you're an It Works distributor or that you're wrapping the world, take it out, because you are, but that's just a part of you. People want to see your life. They want to come to your page and be inspired and be motivated and feel positive. They don't want to come to your page and if they had a bad day, look at your page and be like, oh, she's miserable. They want to come to your page, you know what I mean? Like for inspiration. Right. So for example, so you're going to see, this is like a business post. I shared emojis, I made my paragraph catchy. And I'm me, I have a truck driver mouth. My husband tells me all the time, how am I in like the trucking industry and you talk dirtier than I do? So obviously I can't post that on Facebook because I would be in Facebook jail. But no, like that's scary as shit. And I put a little asterisk. I didn't spell it out, but that's people who know me and know my personality. I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. Right. I posted a selfie. Another thing, if you haven't noticed this too, I love my own posts. I wait a little bit and then I love it. And sometimes I might even like add a sticker, because doing that bumps that post up back into the news feed.
Gotcha.
Okay. If you ever go to your memories, your memories on Facebook. So I have memories from years ago, from last year. And sometimes I will write something like, let's say I didn't put this here because, for obvious reasons, but I would comment on this. If I wanted more people to then see it recently, I would comment and be like, oh my gosh, girls, remember this fun conference? But I'm not really like saying anything different. I'm just bumping that post up back to my news feed so that more people can see it. So I don't just post and then like, love it or like it right away. I wait a while.
Right.
So I posted this about you. I have another one I'm going to be posting too. I went live, going live, boost your algorithm. We were talking at conference this past weekend. There was a girl, she always loves to go live at night on a Sunday night, she said. She goes, why? Because most people are miserable. They're going into job Monday morning that they're not happy about. And she's like, here I am on Sunday night, happy-go-lucky. I don't have to go into work tomorrow. I get to stay home with my babies. And I started this for $500 a month, and now I'm making $20,000 a month. something like that. So always be cautious too, and just know your audience. Your audience might not be that Sunday night person. Your audience might be Friday night or Saturday morning. So you've got to know that. So I went live today and I talked about, the flowers that Drew sent, but then I stuck in business. I talked about the $20 promotion. I talked about the new products that we had. I didn't just make it all about It Works.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then I did this little poll. I did this morning, I posted something about keto coffee. Notice this is not an obvious It Works post. They have no idea what this is. They just think I'm drinking coffee. They have no clue. People who have been watching me know that it's skinny keto coffee, but they have no idea, if they're new friends of mine, who this is. Because if they were somebody that I just added and they started scrolling through my page and all they saw was It Works, It Works, It Works, and all these cheesy ads, they're going to block me and unfriend me right away, because they're automatically going to think that right away I'm trying to sell them something.
Right.
So as you can see, my news feed is filled with just a bunch of different things. Okay. Same thing with my Instagram. This is my Instagram. So Facebook and Instagram is very different. And I voice messaged you about this earlier, Crystal. So Facebook and Instagram, you post very differently. I was so clueless to Instagram when I first started. I think I was following 1,000 people and they were all celebrities. So I technically had to start from scratch with Instagram, and it took me a while to build to almost 5,000 followers. It took me a while to really just kind of hang of it and really build my network. But I found that if you just do a little bit a day, it is really, really helpful. So notice with Facebook, right? People have to scroll. You have to scroll like five scrolls in order to see like 10 posts, right?
Right.
With Instagram, people scroll once, they see 6 pictures.
Right.
So you want to be very conscious that your Instagram, again, you don't want somebody pulling up your profile and seeing in here that you're wrapping the world. Notice I don't say I'm an It Works distributor. I have my little website here that links them to everything. I have some little highlights here as well. But you'll see nothing is It Works obvious as you scroll. Nothing. But in reality, this is a drip post. This is a drip post. This is a drip. This is a drip, meaning a business post.
Right.
This is a business post. This is a business post. This is a business post. This is actually a product post. Notice, your health is an investment, not an expense. This is a post about cleanse. Watch.
Yeah.
And what do you know? Comments. Look at this. I've always heard cleanses give you 9 comments on cleanse. They had no idea it was cleanse until they opened it and saw that I had multiple pictures. So you just don't want it to be so obvious. Very new, but with It Works sprinkled in. That's like the key thing. And Instagram stories is huge. So here is where I'll get a little bit more salesy. I would never post this on my timeline or on my Instagram. I would never post this. This is going to go in my story.
Gotcha.
I tagged America's Got Talent. Why? Because I want people to see my posts who watch America's Got Talent. I would never post this on my page. This I probably would, but on Instagram, like behind the scenes. I went live this morning, went live there, showed my flower. Again, not all It Works. Okay. So that's key. And then a good thing to help for you newbies that are watching this, and then also for anybody who needs a refresher, in the Easy Way page, when you click when you click files, there is a social media tips file. Go through this. This is so important. be nice if I close out of my password list, huh? Okay, wait, hold on. I don't know where that went. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me close that. Okay,
I'm listening.
one more time.
I'm listening.
Too funny. I don't even think those passwords are current. I don't think I've updated that, and I can't tell you how long. Okay, so social media tips. So again, I'm not going to go through all of this, but this is definitely something that, for a refresher and for you people who are new watching this, go through this file. It is super, super important. It teaches you how to post on Facebook, how to post on Instagram, and your typical do's and don'ts. So that's a good file. In addition, for you new people watching, OGs that are going to watch this, go to photos, go to albums. Here are some product pictures. So let's say you want to post about hair, skin, and nails, but you don't have hair, skin, and nails yet. You can take one of these product photos, save it to your phone, and then post it on your timeline, sharing a little bit about what that product does. Now you can find that either by going on your website. Let's do document library first. So in your document library in eSuite, if you go to product info, there is going to be a file that you can download, Thermofite info product sheet, or Fat Fighter product sheet. You download it and it gives you like a couple of bullet points on that product. So you want to be genuine. You want to share something about that product. Don't make it too obvious. Don't use a stock photo, something from Pinterest, one that looks cheesy and salesy. Look, if you're going to use one on Pinterest, look for those that are bright, that are good quality pictures. I take pictures from Pinterest all the time. But I also use pictures of my own. I use selfies of me with the product. People want to see that. So that's why posting on social media is like an art, and using that file is going to teach you exactly your do's and don'ts, what you want to do on social media, what you don't want to do on social media. So I'm going to show you an example of a product post from Pinterest, for example, like this one. I think I even took this from the It Works page. But notice I cropped it out. It doesn't say our company name on there. Not a cheesy ad, nothing. What you don't want to post is stuff like this. I'll show you.
Right. You said that picture you just did was from Pinterest?
Yes.
I get a lot of mine from Pinterest too. Like when I'm trying to say something specific, I try to get, there's a lot of really great ideas on there. And I like, Pinterest is wonderful.
It's amazing. See, like something like this post, I would not post that. That is like an ad. It's like, no.
Gotcha.
Something like this around Halloween, something like this, to show what it does. A corporate before and after. Yes. I would not even post this. It's just too much.
Right.
So you can see even in my photos, here's a Thermofite. Like I added this effect to it. Here's again, me and keto coffee. You wouldn't know it's keto coffee by looking at it.
Right.
This, again, but this is something I would post more on Facebook. So
right. Okay.
Want to be bright, good quality. Use a bunch of different photo apps. There's so many. I use PicArt. I use Facetune. I use PhotoGrid. I use Canvas to do that one about you being boxed for Ruby. There's so many different ones that you can use, but you always want to make sure your photos are of good quality. People can see it. If it's in the dark, they're not going to know what the heck it is. Let's see. So then next, and some new people who I just signed in the last week or so, they were also asking me, I don't know what fat fighters do. So I want to share about it, but how do I post about it? So you go to that product info sheet. It gives you those little bullet points. You can also go to your website. If you click on the file, It'll say view product info. It's going to give you that same product information sheet in your eSuite because we make it available to a customer. But also in the albums, in addition to the product photos, there are some examples of sample product posts.
Right.
Product posts that mostly I've made. I don't know if anybody's shared their ones here, but for example, this one. I never would have thought that teenage me would be jealous of me at 40. There were times I didn't want to go to school or take pictures because I was embarrassed by my acne. This liquid tropical crush drink has helped to make my skin acne-free, soft and smooth, and it even lessens my wrinkles. I hit the jackpot. Notice I didn't hashtag it works. I didn't hashtag collagen.
Right.
I didn't say anything about it works. It's going to intrigue somebody to be like, hey, what is that? And as a matter of fact, these 4 comments were, okay, I need to know what that is because your skin looks amazing. So that's really important, okay? And I'm going to stop sharing, because then the other things that I just want to share mostly about is, again, this do be genuine, do be yourself, don't be adsy, don't be salesy, don't look like an It Works ad, don't sound negative. Just share about yourself, share about your experience, and things of that nature. So those are my tips. Those are the key things about what's happening right now. And, you know, that's it. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message, and I'm going to stop recording because I think we're going to be ending my time is going to be up, I think. But I'm going to stop recording now.